Hello students. In this short video we are going to learn about trainings. Trainings are simulations which are done through SAM software which mimic a particular type of program such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or even Windows for that matter. Let's see how this operates. Over on the left I'm going to click on Modules. I'm going to scroll down to the module that has my training in it, and here is the week 2 module that will be opening tomorrow. Here is a graded training, and as you can tell it has a little symbol next to it with a piece of paper with a letter grade on top of it. That is the symbol indicating that this training does carry a grade in the Canvas gradebook. A little further down you see there is a practice training that has a completely different symbol. It looks just kind of like a little link symbol here. And practice trainings do not carry weight in the Canvas gradebook. Only graded assignments will carry weight within the Canvas gradebook. So I'm going to click on this Microsoft Edge graded training. Edge is the new browser that comes along with Windows 10. Well, of course, not everybody has Windows 10, and some people might not be familiar with Edge, but that doesn't stop us from introducing students to Microsoft Edge through a graded training. So I'm going to click on this link, and it says load Microsoft Edge graded training in a new window. So I do that. Here it gives you the information that you need. It says read each task carefully before attempting it, so forth and so on. When is the due date for the particular assignment, and asks if you want to start this training. So I'm going to click start. And here is the SAM training window. If you notice, it opens up a completely brand new window for doing the training. Now, what I normally choose to do is to make this window larger. I normally maximize this window by clicking the maximize button so that it covers everything else behind it. But that is not a requirement. But I'm going to go on ahead and maximize this. Now, this right here looks just like it would if I were in Microsoft Edge on a Windows 10 computer. Now, over here on the left, this is your navigation area to help you with your trainings. Each training has a certain number of tasks. In this case, you notice right here in the middle of the navigation area, it shows you that you have one of 21 tasks. You're currently on the first one of the 21 tasks that are necessary to complete this training. Each task has an intro mode, an observe mode, a practice mode, and an apply mode. The intro mode is basically where you read this little gray box over here that I'm pointing to with my mouse pointer. I'm just circling it right here. Okay, so this little gray box tells you about the task and what you're going to be doing in this task. If you want to observe, you can click on the observe mode.
To the left of the address bar, click the back button. Edge displays the previously opened web page, the Cengage Learning homepage, and
I'm going back to the intro mode now. So in the observe mode, you see that it shows you exactly what is taking place on the system. And you even heard possibly the my speakers going off. The computer lady was talking to me and talking me through the process. So in the observe mode, it's going to take you through the task that they want you to do in this particular step. Practice mode, you can do it along with her as she talks, or if it's something that you think you already might know how to do, maybe you know Microsoft Edge, you can go on ahead and click on apply. So you do not have to listen to the intro, observe, and practice modes if it's something that when you read over here you think you might know how to do. So in reading here, this assignment or this particular task is about navigating web pages. So I think I may know how to do this. So I'm going to go straight to the apply mode to see if I can do it without any help. Here is my little task window over here. I'm going to move it over where y'all can see it a little bit better. in this presentation. It says navigate to the previously visited web page and then return to the current web page. So how would I do that in Microsoft Edge? Well, if I want to go to a previous page, I would use my back button, and that would take me back to the previous page. And if I wanted to go forward a page or return to the page that I was just on, I would click the forward button. And as you see, I was successfully able to apply that particular task. So now if you look on the navigation pane right here, it says I am on task 2 of 21. So I will continue doing all of my tasks until I get all 21 of them done. Now let's say that for some reason I have to stop the training. I have to stop my graded training and I haven't completed all of my tasks. Down here at the bottom of your screen you see a submit button. You must click the submit button in order for your task that you have already done to be submitted correctly. Do not just come up here in the upper right hand corner of your screen and click the red X to close the window. Do not click the red X to close out of a training. It may not report your score correctly to SAM. So you want to hit the submit button just in case you have to stop a training. And as a side note, up here at the top where you see task list, if you click on the plus sign right here, it shows that you successfully did the first task. So it'll put a check mark in a green circle next to each task as you complete it. Okay? So let's pretend that I have to stop this training for right now. So I'm going to click the submit button at the bottom. It tells me that I have not completed all the tasks in this training. Do I want to continue? I'm going to click OK. And then it even gives me a little message here that I can print out so that I know that I have not completed all my tasks. Right now it tells me I've only reported one task out of the 21 done. But I'm not going to bother printing. I'm just going to click close. And it will close the training window for me. And it will tell me once again that I have not yet completed this assignment. I'm going to click OK on that message. And I'm going to close this tab. And I'm going to come back over here and let's see if that grade has moved over yet. Sometimes it's very quick about moving the grade over, and sometimes it may take a little bit of time for it to move from SAM to Canvas. But I'm going to click on Grades. And it has not, yes it has. It has actually pushed over already. It's kind of grayed out right here. It's kind of hard for you to see. But right now I have 4.76 on the graded training because I only did 1 out of 21 tasks. The reason why that is grayed out right now is because that is a low score for me. Remember, your 6 lowest lab scores of the semester are dropped. So right now it is dropping that particular score out because it is a low score for me. But it did go on ahead and push over the 4.76. Another way to check your grade is by going to Modules. You can come to your Reports for Trainings and Projects. You can open that up in a new tab. And once again, remember, the only thing that we're going to basically use in here is Reports. And here it shows me that I did start my graded training in Microsoft Edge at 8:49 p.m. on August the 28th of 2016. Here's my section, and here's a button right here that will let me look at a report on just how I've done on this particular assignment. And as you can see, basically I've gotten about 5% of the assignment done. That 4.76 that I saw over in Canvas was the exact grade. Here it's showing me the approximation of 5%. I've only done 1 task out of the 21 tasks that are required of this particular training. So if I wanted to start that training back again, all I would have to do, I'm going to close out of my reports. I'm going to go back to Modules. I would simply come back to the graded training that I was just in, click on the link. Once again, open it in a new window. Tell it I want to start that training up again. And wait for it to finish loading. Once it is completely finished loading, I can maximize my window. And if you notice, it tells me over here on the left, I am on task 2 of 21. So it remembered that I had the first task completed. So I can now do task 2. Once again, read the gray window over here. See if it's something that I might know how to do already. If it is something I know how to do, I can go straight to apply. If it's something that I'm not sure of, I could observe that task or practice it and then go to apply. You will only get credit for a task if it is done in the apply mode. Let me repeat. You will only get credit for the task only if you do it in apply mode. You do not get credit for anything in observe, practice, or intro mode. You only get credit for apply mode. So that might be a little bit of help to you. Down here is an options button for those of you that are using Mac machines. It does have Mac hints for you that you can click on, and it tells you some things that might be helpful for Mac computers. For example, for things that require the control key, this is what you would do on an Apple computer. For things that require right-clicking, these are the things you would do. So forth and so on. So you might want to, if you have a Mac computer and you're using it, you might want to look at the options button down here in the lower left corner and see what the Mac hints are that could help you in completing your graded trainings. Once again, you would just finish out all of your tasks. If you have to stop in the middle, once again, click Submit. Do not click the red X. Do not click the red X in the upper right corner to close a training. It will not report your score properly, and you may have to go back and repeat some tasks that you had already done. Always use the Submit button to stop a training if you have not finished all of your tasks. Once you have finished all of your tasks, however, let's say that you get all 21 of these tasks done, the message will pop up on your screen that says you have completed your tasks, and then you will be able to submit and close out of the training at that point, and you should have a 100 in the Canvas gradebook for that training. Just remember that sometimes, depending on what time of day it is, or depending on how many grades are being pushed from SAM over to Canvas, it may take a little bit of time for your updated grade to go over to Canvas. SAM always pushes the highest score from SAM over to Canvas. So if you had an earlier score and you still see that in Canvas, it may be that the updated score has not yet pushed over at this point. So I'm going to hit Submit once again, tell it that I know that I haven't finished all my tasks, close my training. Once again, just click OK on the message that tells you you haven't finished the assignment. I can close the tab. And once again, remember that you can always go to Modules and go to Reports for Trainings and Project. The most important grade is the one that you see in SAM. Let me repeat this again. The most important grade is the one you see in SAM. If that grade has not yet moved over, once again, I'm just going back through the steps here. If that grade has not yet moved over to Canvas, that is okay, because we as instructors can always go in and push manually from SAM over to Canvas. But the most important grade is the one that is in SAM. So don't worry about Canvas not updating as quickly as you would like it to. It will eventually update. What you want to see in all of your graded trainings, you want to see a 100 up here for percent complete. That means you got full credit for doing all the tasks of that particular training. We'll also be working with projects a little bit later, but that will be covered in a new video. But for right now, you know how to do your trainings, and you have quite a few trainings available. If you notice, once again, here it has reported to me in Canvas that that one grade did push over from SAM. So once again, it's showing that that one grade did push over. Let me go back to grades, And once again, there is that 4.76 right here that is kind of grayed out on my screen because it is one of my lower grades. So I hope that this video is helpful to you as you do your trainings. Good luck.